There's a simple truth that most people overlook. No one is coming to rescue you. Your life will only begin to transform the moment you decide to direct all your energy where it truly belongs, on yourself. Every dream you carry, every goal you aim to achieve, and every future you want to live depends on one crucial factor: how much you're willing to focus on yourself, without distractions, without excuses, and without waiting for anyone's permission. You have to become so strong that no setback can crush you, and no rejection can derail you. The world doesn't reward those who complain or those who wait. It rewards those who master themselves. The ones who rise to the top are not the ones who blame others, but the ones who relentlessly dedicate themselves to their growth, their vision, and their mission. Keep your focus on you until you win. Because if you don't, no one else will. Today could be the day you stop seeking answers outside yourself and start creating the life you deserve. From the inside out, stay with me, because what you're about to understand might be the most life-changing realization you ever have. Chapter 1. Focus fully on building your strongest self. Every day you must dedicate yourself entirely to building your strongest self. Every single day. You cannot afford to take breaks when it comes to your own growth. Life doesn't pause for anyone. Every day you waste, every moment you let slip by without investing in yourself, works against you. You're either constructing the life you want or slowly drifting into one you don't. Most people never reach their full potential because they never stay focused long enough. They spend their time watching others, comparing themselves, getting distracted, and losing sight of what truly matters. The greatest gift you can ever give yourself is daily commitment. Commitment to becoming stronger, wiser, and more disciplined. And that commitment isn't something you do when it's convenient. It's something you must choose every single day, regardless of how you feel. It all begins with a decision. A decision that you will no longer let days pass by unused. A decision that you will work harder on yourself than you do on anything else in this world. Your strongest self won't build itself. Your mind won't sharpen on its own. Discipline won't fall into your lap. You are responsible. You're the builder, the architect, the worker, all in one. And it starts small. It begins with an hour of reading instead of mindless scrolling. It starts with a single workout instead of another excuse. It begins by saying no to junk food and yes to nourishment that strengthens your body. It starts with sitting in silence, setting clear goals for your future. The small decisions you make each day are the bricks that build your strongest self. But you have to stay consistent. You can't just work on yourself when life feels easy or exciting. You have to show up when it's hard, when you're tired, when you're discouraged, when nobody notices your effort. Because that's when the real transformation happens. That's when the foundation of your future is being laid. A future that no one can take from you. Strength is not born from comfort. It's forged in silence, in struggle, in solitude. Your strongest self doesn't grow from good intentions, it grows from action. You have to be the one who shows up for yourself every single day. No excuses, no blaming, no waiting for inspiration. Motivation will not come to save you. You must save yourself through consistency. Consistency may not always be exciting. It may not always feel rewarding in the moment, but it's powerful, and it works. Every day you choose yourself. You take one more step toward your dreams. Every day you commit to your growth, your power expands with it. The results won't appear overnight, but they will appear. The world rewards those who keep going when others stop. World belongs to those who believe in themselves even when the odds are stacked against them. You need to be brutally honest with yourself. Are you building yourself, or distracting yourself? Are you pushing yourself forward, or allowing life to push you around? The truth may be hard, but it's what will set you free. If you're not getting stronger, you're getting weaker. If you're not moving forward, you're falling behind. In life, there's no standing still. Growth isn't optional, it's essential. It's essential. You must protect your focus like your life depends on it, because it does. Focus is your greatest weapon in a world designed to distract you. Every notification, every pointless update, every negative voice is fighting to steal your future. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Decide what's allowed to enter. Your attention is sacred. It shapes your world, it builds your destiny. When you commit to focusing entirely on building your strongest self every day, your perspective begins to shift. You stop chasing validation. You stop seeking permission. You stop wasting energy explaining your vision to people who will never see what you see. You stop feeling guilty for wanting more out of life. You begin to stand firm in who you are and who you're becoming. Understand this deeply. No one is coming to build you up. No one else is responsible for making you strong. That is your mission, and it's the most important mission you'll ever have. You must respect yourself enough to do the work, to trade short-term comfort for long-term power, to choose growth over conformity, to build a future so strong that you can stand tall within it. No matter what storms come your way, every morning, you wake up as another opportunity to strengthen yourself, to prove your commitment, to move closer to the future you desire. Don't waste these days. Don't treat them as endless. They're not. Every day is a building block. Every day is part of your foundation. Brick by brick, moment by moment, choice by choice, you're building the life that only you can create. Every single day counts. And the true beauty of focusing on yourself is this: when you get stronger, everything around you begins to rise with you. Your relationships improve. Your health improves. Your finances improve. Your confidence grows. But it all starts in one place, with you. It always begins with you. When you focus solely on yourself until you win, one day you'll look back and realize something powerful. The victory wasn't the real reward. The true prize was the person you became along the way. Your strongest self lives on the far side of discipline, beyond sacrifice, and through unwavering consistency. And here's the truth: you already have everything you need within you. You don't need more talent. You don't need someone to come rescue you. What you need is to commit to yourself at a level you never have before. Start today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Focus completely on building your strongest self today, then wake up tomorrow and do it again. Stack those days, stack those wins, and watch what happens. Watch how your life begins to transform. Watch how your confidence rises. Watch how your strength becomes unshakable. That's how you win. You don't win by hoping. You don't win by luck. You win by focusing relentlessly on yourself every single day. You win by showing up even when it's uncomfortable. You win by refusing to quit when things get hard. You win by doing the work that most people avoid. Focus on you until you win. Because if you don't, no one else will. Chapter 2. Train your mind to ignore all outside noise. Every day, there's noise. Endless noise, opinions, distractions, and voices pulling for your attention. Each one trying to shape who you are and what you should be. If you're not careful, you can spend your entire life chasing other people's expectations, living for a world that doesn't even truly know you. That's why training your mind to silence the noise isn't just helpful, it's essential. Your attention is limited. You can't give it to everything and everyone. If you try, you'll end up empty. Your dreams will wither, your energy will fade, and your confidence will crumble. Because you can't build a strong mind if you're constantly letting the noise of the world invade it. You must guard your mind like it's your most valuable possession. Because that's exactly what it is. The world will always have something to say. People will always have opinions. But opinions don't build your future. Opinions don't pay your bills. Opinions don't create your destiny. Your actions do. Your choices do. Your daily focus does. The moment you start listening to every opinion, you surrender your power. You begin doubting yourself. You slow your progress. You shrink your vision just to fit inside someone else's limited perspective. Training your mind to ignore the noise is about building inner strength. It's about becoming so grounded in your vision that no outside influence can shake you. It's about knowing who you are with such clarity that no voice, no criticism, and no opinion can pull you off course. This isn't arrogance, it's clarity. It's the understanding that your life is far too important to be hijacked by someone else's fears or doubts. The first step is to know what truly matters to you. Because when you're clear about what you're building, it becomes easier to recognize what's just noise. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every distraction deserves your energy. You must decide what's worth your time and what's not. If it doesn't move you closer to your vision, it's noise. If it doesn't make you stronger, it's noise. If it drains your energy instead of fueling it, it's noise. You must become ruthless with your focus. Guard your mind against negativity, gossip, jealousy, comparison, and fear. Don't get pulled into meaningless battles. Don't waste time explaining and get pulled into meaningless battles. Don't waste time explaining yourself to people who are determined to misunderstand you. Don't live your life by standards that aren't your own. Don't live your life by standards that aren't your own. That's how dreams die. That's how great potential gets wasted. Train your mind to stay quiet when the world gets loud. Learn to hear your own voice above the noise. Learn to trust your instincts even when no one else does. True strength comes from knowing that you don't need validation to keep moving forward. You don't need permission to pursue your vision. You don't need approval to follow your dreams. The only voice that truly matters is the one inside of you, the voice that knows you were made for something greater. There will always be critics. There will always be doubters. There will always be people who think you're naive for believing in something bigger than yourself. But that's not your problem. Their noise is their problem. Your problem is only this. Will you let that noise into your mind? Your responsibility is to keep your mind clean, strong, and focused. That's your duty. That's how you protect your future. When you learn to silence the outside noise, everything changes. You move faster. You think clearer. You feel lighter. You stop carrying the weight of other people's opinions. You stop apologizing for wanting more. You stop shrinking just to make others comfortable. You start living from a place of power. A power that doesn't fade just because someone else is uncomfortable with it. Training your mind isn't about pretending the noise doesn't exist. It's about recognizing it for what it is, and choosing not to feed it your energy. It's about saying, I hear it, but it's not for me. It's about staying locked in on your purpose, no matter what distractions surround you. A strong mind is built through repetition, through facing criticism, rejection, and failure, and choosing to keep moving forward anyway. That's how you develop resilience. That's how you grow unshakable confidence. Every day is another test. Every day, you'll be tempted to react, to defend yourself, to explain, to seek approval. But every time you rise above it, you get stronger. Every time you ignore the noise and choose focus, your mind sharpens. You build a mindset that stands tall even when the world tries to shake it. You create a mind that can see clearly in the middle of chaos. And there's incredible freedom in that. When you no longer need the world to understand you, you're free. When you no longer crave validation, you're free. When you stop letting criticism define your worth, you're free. That kind of freedom gives you the strength to chase your highest potential, unbothered, unstoppable, unafraid. So make a decision today. Decide that your dreams are too valuable to sacrifice for noise. Decide that your peace is more important than winning meaningless arguments. Decide that your energy is too sacred to waste on things that don't build you. Every day you practice this, you get closer to mastery. Every day you guard your mind, you move closer to a life that truly fulfills you. Focus is a daily choice. Strength is a daily choice. Peace is a daily choice. And the power to choose, it's already in your hands. You have the power to silence the noise. You have the power to choose your focus. You have the power to say no to distractions and yes to your future. It won't always be easy. There will be days when the noise feels deafening, when the distractions seem endless, and when the pull to blend in with the crowd feels stronger than your desire to stand apart. But that's when you must be stronger. You must remind yourself why you started. You must remember what's on the line. You must remind yourself that greatness has never been built by following the crowd. Greatness is created by those who dare to walk alone if they must. Greatness is built by those who understand that silence can sometimes be louder than words. You are responsible for the life you create. You are responsible for the energy you allow into your space. You are responsible for the mindset you carry into every single day. And as your mind grows stronger, your path becomes clearer. As your path becomes clearer, your pace quickens. And as your pace quickens, you move closer to the life you were destined to live. The outside noise will never fully disappear. It will always be there, but you will not be the same. You will become stronger. You will become wiser. You will become more focused. You won't bend every time the wind shifts. You won't crumble under criticism. You won't lose yourself chasing approval that won't matter in the end. Train your mind until you can hear the noise and keep walking anyway. Train your mind until you can stand tall in your truth, unshaken by opinions. Train your mind until you no longer need anyone else to tell you that you're on the right path. Because deep down you'll know it. This is your time. This is your time. This is your life. Don't waste it listening to noise. Focus on creating the future you deserve. Focus on becoming the person you were meant to be. Focus on staying true to yourself, no matter how loud the world becomes. And if you stay true, if you stay focused, you will win. Because the world cannot stop a mind that refuses to give up. Chapter 3. Fight for your dreams when no one believes. There comes a moment when you realize that if you don't fight for your dreams, nobody else will. People may care for you. They may even love you. But they can't see the fire burning inside you. They can't grasp the vision that was given only to you. And when you start chasing something bigger than what's comfortable, you'll always encounter doubt. There will always be those who question you. But remember this, it's not their responsibility to believe. It's yours. When no one else believes in you, you have a choice. You can shrink to fit their expectations, or you can rise above them and fight harder because you know your vision is greater than what they can see. Many incredible lives have been nearly destroyed by the words, "You can't do it." Sometimes those words come from the people closest to you, but you must understand, belief isn't a gift you wait for from others. Belief is your responsibility. Fighting for your dreams can be lonely. There will be nights when you sit in silence wondering if you're crazy for wanting more. There will be mornings when doubt feels heavy on your chest, pressing you down. There will be days when results are invisible and all you have left is belief. But that's enough. Because belief is where every great journey begins. The ability to hold faith when there is no visible proof. Most people stay small because small dreams don't scare anyone. Small dreams don't challenge the world. They don't threaten the status quo. But when you decide to break the mold, when you commit to building something extraordinary, you must expect resistance. Expect people to question you. Expect raised eyebrows. Expect to be misunderstood, not because they hate you, but because they hate you, but because they're limited by their own fears. You must push through it. You must remind yourself every day that your dream was given to you for a reason. If others were meant to understand it, they would have seen it too, but they didn't. You did. Your dream is personal, it's sacred, and it's worth protecting with everything you have. The fight for your dreams isn't just external, it's internal. The voices outside are loud, but the one inside can be louder. Doubt will whisper, "Maybe they're right." Fear will tempt you to settle for what's easy. Comfort will beg you to return to what's familiar. But you must resist, you must push forward. You must be stronger than your emotions on the hard days. You must lead yourself even when it feels like no one is watching. True fighters aren't driven by applause. They're driven by purpose. They don't wait for the crowd to cheer them on. They're too busy laying the foundation of their future, one hard day at a time. They're too focused on the vision to seek approval. They know that respect is earned through results, not requests. They're willing to walk alone today so they can stand proud tomorrow. When you fight for your dreams, you build a toughness that can't be faked. You develop a resilience that can't be bought. You cultivate a soul strong enough to handle pressure. Every rejection sharpens you. Every rejection sharpens you. Every no forces you to grow deeper roots. Every failure becomes a teacher, showing you how to fight smarter next time. There are no wasted battles when your cause is real. Every scar becomes proof of perseverance. A mark that says, "I refuse to back down." You have to remember one thing above all else: your dream matters. It matters because it shapes you into who you're meant to become. It matters because it teaches discipline, focus, and endurance. It matters because it pulls out the hidden strength you didn't even know you had. Dreams aren't just about achieving something. They're about transforming into someone greater. They're the training ground for greatness. You won't always feel strong. You won't always feel brave. Some days you'll question everything. That's part of the journey. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is choosing to move forward despite the fear. Courage is standing up again when it would be easier to stay down. Courage is deciding every morning to believe again, even when yesterday ended in disappointment. Chapter 4. Show up for yourself every single day. There will be moments when walking away seems like the only logical choice. There will be stretches of time when progress crawls slower than you ever imagined. There will be seasons when it feels like your effort goes unseen, your passion unnoticed, and your struggle unappreciated. In those moments you must remind yourself, you are not fighting for validation, you are fighting for your future. You are not in this battle for applause. You are here to build the life you once promised yourself you'd create. No one else can wage this war for you. People can cheer for you. They can offer kind words and temporary encouragement. But in the end, the fight is yours. Against your own excuses, against your own doubts, against the temptation to settle for less than what you're capable of. It is you who must decide to keep swinging. Even when it feels like your punches aren't landing. Because winners aren't those who never lose motivation. Winners are those who push through their discouragement and keep moving anyway. Winners aren't people who always have perfect clarity. They are the ones who take that next uncertain step, even when the road ahead is foggy. Winners aren't just the ones who get lucky breaks. They're the ones who stay consistent long enough to be standing there when luck finally arrives. To fight for your dreams is to accept that not everyone will understand your vision. It means releasing the need to explain yourself to those who won't even take the first step toward their own goals. It means learning to build confidence from the inside out, not borrowing it from the fleeting approval of others. It means locking your focus on the life you want and refusing to look back. No matter who leaves, no matter who doubts. It will hurt at times. It will feel unfair. It will feel exhausting. But every day that you keep fighting for your dream, you're winning a battle within yourself. Every single day you refuse to give up, you are constructing a strength of character that no hardship can destroy. And one day, you'll stand exactly where you once dreamed of standing. You'll look back and realize that every lonely night, every quiet morning, and every unanswered doubt was worth enduring. The people who doubted you, most will still be standing in the same place. Still talking, still criticizing, still waiting for someone else to believe in them, but you will be different. You will have evidence. You will have proof that unwavering belief, backed by relentless action, transforms everything. Never apologize for fighting for your dream. Never feel guilt for walking a path others are too afraid to take. Never shrink your ambition to make someone else comfortable. Fight for your dream as though your life depends on it. Because in truth, it does. Your future, your peace, your fulfillment. They all depend on the choices you make in this very fight. One day, you won't have to explain why you believed so fiercely. One day, your results will speak volumes louder than your words ever could. One day, the battle you fought will become someone else's reason to keep going. But to reach that day, you must keep swinging now. You must keep believing now. You must keep moving forward now. Don't wait for someone else. Belief to fuel you. Become your own believer. Become your own fighter. Become your own proof. And when fatigue sets in, when you feel worn out from the climb, remember this: the dream doesn't belong to the fastest or the strongest. It belongs to the one who refuses to stop. So fight. Fight when it's hard. Fight when it's lonely. Fight when it's lonely. Fight when it feels like nobody notices. Fight because you owe it to yourself. Fight because you were created for something greater. Fight because one day the world will look at you and finally say, "Now I see it." But by that time you won't need their recognition. Because you'll already be living the dream you built with your own two hands. Show up for yourself every single day if you truly want transformation in your life. Something real. Something real. Something lasting. You must show up for yourself every single day. Not occasionally. Not only when it's convenient. Not just when you feel inspired or motivated. Every single day. The life you're chasing isn't constructed in flashes of excitement or bursts of motivation. It's built through consistency. Through the quiet, unseen commitment to do the work when no one's watching, when no one's clapping, when no one even notices. Most people never reach their dreams, not because they lack potential, but because they lack consistency. They show up strong on Monday and vanish by Friday. They give their all for a week, then lose focus for a month. They commit when the path is easy, but run when it gets steep. You cannot live like that if you want to win. To succeed, you must become the person who shows up no matter how you feel. The person whose word means something, especially to themselves. If you say you'll do it, you do it. If you set a goal, you chase it daily, without waiting for anyone to remind you. The world rewards consistency. Life opens its doors to those who stay in the fight. Success finds the ones who keep going, even through the dull days, the slow days, the painful days. Because when you show up for yourself every day, you start building a deep, unshakable self-respect. You stop needing others to validate your progress. You stop waiting for signs that you're on the right track. You stop seeking external proof that you're enough. Because your daily effort becomes that proof. Showing up isn't about perfection. It's not about getting everything right. It's about being there for yourself when it matters most. It's about pushing forward even when the progress feels microscopic. It's about understanding that one small imperfect step forward is infinitely better than standing still, waiting for motivation to come and rescue you. Because the truth is, there will be days when you won't feel like doing anything. Days when your bed feels heavier. Days when your bed feels heavier. Days when excuses sound louder. Days when the finish line seems so distant you wonder if the effort even matters. But those are the days that define you. Those are the days that separate the dreamers from the doers, the ones who hope from the ones who make it happen. Those are the moments when you prove to yourself that your future means more than your feelings. You must train your mind to become dependable, not only to others but to yourself. You must become the kind of person who can trust yourself to show up, to stay the course, and to do the work no matter how you feel. Because if you cannot rely on your own word, everything else begins to crumble. When you break promises to yourself, you weaken your foundation. You set goals you never reach. You start losing confidence in your own potential. But every single time you show up, you rebuild that trust brick by brick. Every time you follow through on even the smallest commitment, you strengthen the core of who you are. Over time, that foundation becomes unshakable. Over time, you stop depending on bursts of motivation, because consistency becomes part of your identity. It becomes who you are. It becomes automatic. You cannot expect results without showing up consistently. You cannot expect to grow without practicing discipline. You cannot expect change without putting in the work. Dreams demand more than just desire. They require relentless action. Not once, not occasionally, but every single day, in big ways and small ways. In visible moments and in silent ones, every effort counts. Every step matters. The people who reach their dreams aren't the ones who had the smoothest path or the luckiest breaks. They are the ones who kept going long after everyone else gave up. They are the ones who kept practicing when nobody was watching. They are the ones who stayed faithful to the process when progress felt painfully slow. Every sunrise gives you another chance to show up stronger. Every morning you wake up, you are handed a fresh page in the story of your life. The question is, what will you write today? Will it be another empty page filled with excuses? Or will it be a page that you can look back on with pride, knowing you gave your best? You owe it to yourself to show up. You owe it to the future you've been dreaming about. You owe it to the vision that keeps tugging at your heart. You owe it to the younger version of yourself, the one who once believed that this life was possible. You owe it to the person you are still becoming. And showing up doesn't always have to look dramatic. It doesn't have to be loud or flashy. Sometimes it's quiet, sitting at your desk doing the work no one sees. Sometimes it's choosing one better decision today than you did yesterday. Sometimes it's giving your best effort even when your energy feels drained. Small steps still move you forward. Small wins still count. Progress. The only way you truly lose is if you stop showing up. The only real failure is deciding that the fight is no longer worth it. Some days you'll wake up full of energy. Other days you'll wake up exhausted. Some mornings you'll feel inspired. Others you'll feel nothing at all. None of that matters as much as this. You keep showing up, you keep laying one brick at a time. You keep stacking the days together until they form the future you've been building toward. Because what you do daily becomes the foundation of the life you'll live tomorrow. It's easy to show up when it's fun. It's easy to show up when you're seeing results. It's easy to show up when the crowd is cheering for you. But real winners? They show up when nobody's clapping. They show up when their results are invisible. They show up when it feels like the world has forgotten them. If you can master the art of showing up day after day, you can build anything. You can transform your health. You can create wealth. You can design a life that makes you proud to wake up every morning. But it all begins and ends with your willingness to show up for yourself. No one else can do this part for you. No one else can put in the hours, endure the grind, or carry your vision. It's your responsibility. You must be the one to look in the mirror and say, I didn't quit today. I didn't let my emotions take control. I chose my future over my comfort. There is no secret formula. There's no shortcut to success. There's only the daily discipline of doing what needs to be done, even when it would be easier not to. And each time you choose discipline over comfort, each time you show up anyway, you grow a little stronger. You become a little more resilient. You build a little more belief in yourself. And one day you'll look around and realize that the life you dreamed of is no longer a dream. It's your reality, and it won't be because luck found you. It won't be because someone handed it to you. It will be because you showed up for yourself every single day. When no one else could see the vision but you, you are shaping your future with every decision you make. Make it count. Make it beautiful. Make it something that reflects the strength it took to keep going when quitting seemed easier. Show up for yourself, not once, not sometimes, but every day. Chapter Punch. Cut out every distraction that weakens your focus. The world today doesn't suffer from a lack of opportunity. It suffers from a lack of focus. Starting something new has never been easier. Finishing it, that's where most people fall short. Every single day, countless distractions fight for your attention, your energy, and your time. If you don't take control and get intentional about removing them, they will slowly chip away at your future, one unfocused moment at a time. Focus is not something you stumble upon, it is something you create. You build focus the same way you build strength, by protecting it, by defending it, and by removing anything that threatens it. You are here to accomplish something meaningful. You have dreams that need chasing, goals that demand commitment, and a life waiting to be built. You simply cannot afford to lose precious hours on things that add no value to your future. You cannot allow every notification, every opinion, or every fleeting temptation to rob you of your attention. Because every distraction you entertain comes with a price, and that price is your future. If you are not directing your attention, someone else is. If you are not deciding where your energy flows, the world will happily make that decision for you. And the truth is, the world does not care about your goals. It does not care about your dreams. It only cares about taking your time and giving you nothing meaningful in return. You must be wiser than that. You must see distractions for what they truly are. Thieves. They steal your focus, your energy, your discipline, your destiny. Eliminating distractions is not only about improving productivity. It is about reclaiming your life. It is about taking back ownership of your time, your thoughts, and your purpose. It is about refusing to live as a prisoner to interruptions, gossip, meaningless scrolling, and mindless entertainment that contributes nothing to your growth. You must reach a point where you stand up and say, "My life matters too much to waste it." The first step in cutting out distractions is brutal honesty. You must ask yourself, what is stealing my focus every day? Where are my hours slipping away? What habits are draining me without giving anything in return? You cannot correct what you are unwilling to confront. You must face the truth about how you are spending your time. The next step is designing an environment that aligns with your goals. Your surroundings should encourage focus, not destroy it. Clean your workspace. Remove the clutter. Silence the noise. Block the temptations. Build a setting that makes doing the right thing easier and the wrong thing harder. You cannot expect yourself to thrive in an environment engineered for distraction. Equally important is guarding your mental space. Not every conversation deserves your response. Not every argument deserves your energy. Not every negative opinion needs your attention. Protect your peace as if your future depends on it, because it does. Every time you allow yourself to get pulled into meaningless drama or negativity, you lose momentum. Every time you give your energy to something that doesn't move you forward, you drain the very fuel you need for your mission. It is not enough to simply want focus. You must build systems that make it possible. Establish clear work hours, turn off unnecessary notifications, limit your exposure to distractions that hijack your thoughts. Make a real personal commitment to yourself. If you cannot focus all day, start with 1 hour. One deeply focused session a day can change everything. Because momentum is built one decision at a time, every distraction you remove is a gift to your future self. Every temptation you resist is an investment in your strength. Every time you choose focus over ease, you sharpen your discipline and step closer to the life you are meant to live. It all counts. Every small act of control adds up. But remember, distractions don't just exist around you. They live within you too. Self-doubt is a distraction. Overthinking is a distraction. Worrying about opinions is a distraction. Fear of failure is one of the greatest distractions of all. You must learn to silence the noise inside your own mind just as much as you silence the noise around you. You must learn to catch yourself when your thoughts wander toward fear, comparison, or hesitation, and gently bring your focus back to the work. You must be able to say, "This isn't helping me," and refocus your energy on what truly matters. Creating a life worth living takes more than raw talent. It takes endurance, the ability to stay committed long after the excitement fades. It takes persistence, the strength to keep working when no one is watching, when results are slow, when nothing feels certain. That kind of endurance only exists in those who are ruthless about removing distractions. You will have to make sacrifices. You will have to say no to things that others eagerly say yes to. You will have to skip certain conversations, certain parties, certain trends. You will have to live through moments of feeling left out, but eventually, you'll see that you did not miss anything important. You'll realize the only thing truly worth pursuing was your own potential. The truth is, the real fight isn't happening out there, it's happening in here, inside your mind. The question is, can you keep your eyes locked on your vision when the world tries to pull you away? Can you stay committed to your craft when distractions are only a click away? Can you keep walking your path when the noise of life disguises itself as opportunity? That is the test. That is what separates the ones who dream from the ones who achieve. Every time you choose focus, you choose your future over your feelings. Every time you say no to a distraction, you say yes to your destiny. Every time you close the door on something meaningless, you open a door to something powerful. It is not about being perfect, it is about being intentional. It is about knowing exactly what you are building and fiercely protecting the path that leads you there. No one else will come and organize your time. No one will clear your schedule or silence your distractions for you. That responsibility is yours. That power belongs to you. That opportunity to master your focus and command your energy is entirely in your hands. The day you decide to remove every distraction that weakens your focus is the day your life begins to shift. You'll see results come faster. You'll feel stronger, more confident, more alive. You'll wake up with renewed energy and a deeper sense of purpose, because you'll no longer be wasting your strength fighting battles that never mattered. There is no hidden secret to success. There is only focus applied consistently. There is only daily effort powered by disciplined energy. There is only the relentless act of cutting away everything that tries to pull you off course. That is how dreams are built. That is how lives are transformed. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the luckiest. You don't even have to be the most talented. But you must be the most focused. You must be the most disciplined. You must be the most determined to protect your time, your energy, and your mind. This is your season to sharpen your focus, and to step fully into the life you were born to create. Chapter 6: Own your life without blaming anyone for anything. This is your time to be more intentional about what you allow into your life. This is your moment to make the decision that nothing and no one will pull you away from the future you are building. Remove it. If it weakens your focus, remove it. If it wastes your time, remove it. If it drains your energy, remove it. If it dulls your light, remove it. Your dream deserves your full strength. Your future deserves your complete attention. Stay disciplined. Stay loyal to your vision. Stay focused. Because the life you want exists on the other side of the distractions you choose to eliminate today. There comes a defining point when you must make a serious decision about your life. You have to decide whether you will continue pointing fingers or finally take full responsibility for everything you want to change. Until you claim complete ownership of your life, without blaming anyone or anything, you remain stuck. You stay powerless. You stay behind. The day you own it all is the day you begin to take real control of your future. Blame feels easy. It gives temporary comfort. It convinces you that your setbacks aren't your fault. It allows you to stay exactly where you are. But the price of blame is far too great. Every time you blame someone else, you hand them control over your life. Every time you point fingers, you give away your ability to make things right. As long as the problem belongs to someone else, you give up the power to fix it. Taking ownership of your life means taking full responsibility for your choices, your habits, your mindset, and your outcomes. It doesn't mean being harsh with yourself. It means recognizing that you have the authority to make new decisions starting right now. You are not trapped. You are not powerless. You are not broken beyond repair. You are simply standing at a crossroads. One path leads to ownership, the other to blame. Ownership will push you forward. Blame will keep you behind. When you stop blaming, you begin building. When you stop making excuses, you start finding solutions. When you stop seeing yourself as a victim, you start thinking and acting like a leader. That single shift changes everything. Suddenly, the obstacles no longer define you. The mistakes no longer define you. The mistakes no longer end you. They become lessons, tools, and building blocks for the future you are determined to create. It doesn't matter how unfair your starting point was. It doesn't matter what challenges you have faced. It doesn't matter what someone else did or didn't do. What matters is what you choose to do next. You cannot rewrite the past, but you can shape what comes next. You can transform every disadvantage into strength. You can turn every failure into training. You can take every setback and let it fuel your determination, instead of feeding your excuses. The strongest people you'll ever meet are the ones who stopped blaming long ago. They don't complain about how hard it is. They don't sit around wishing things were different. They get up every day and work with what they have. They build, they progress. They focus on what can be done instead of what went wrong. They take ownership of every part of their journey. Owning your life means facing uncomfortable truths. It means admitting when you've been lazy. It means acknowledging when fear has dictated your choices. It means recognizing where you've fallen short, not to punish yourself, but to improve. Real change starts with real honesty. Not the kind of honesty you show to others, but the kind you whisper to yourself when nobody else is around. Every time you take responsibility for your life, you reclaim your power. You stop waiting for someone to rescue you. You stop waiting for perfect timing. You stop wasting precious hours hoping that someone else will make things easier. You take the driver's seat. You begin steering your life toward where you want it to go. And that is when transformation begins. No one owes you your dream. No one is responsible for delivering success to you. It is your duty to show up for yourself daily. It is your responsibility to push through on the hard days. It is your commitment to stay focused even when everything around you is chaotic. It is your job to keep going when no one else notices or applauds. Your life is your responsibility. From the first breath to the last, it might not be your fault that you were knocked down, but it is your responsibility to stand back up. It might not be your fault that life was unfair, but it is your duty to rise above it. It might not be your fault that someone hurt you, but it is your responsibility to heal and move forward. Responsibility isn't about blame, it's about power. It's about deciding that no matter what has happened, you still have control over what happens next. You must release the belief that someone else is holding you back. Nobody has that kind of control over your life unless you grant it to them. Circumstances are real, challenges are real, but so is your ability to rise. So is your power to adapt. So is your strength to carve a new path when the old one collapses. The people who live powerful lives aren't the ones who had the easiest roads. They are the ones who refuse to let outside forces dictate their future. They are the ones who owned their strengths, acknowledged their weaknesses, accepted their choices, and kept building anyway. They understood that blaming never built anything worth having. It's easy to find excuses for why you're not where you want to be. It's easy to point to other people, to the economy, to your past. But every second spent blaming is a second you could have spent building. Every moment wasted on excuses is a moment you could have used to make progress. The cost of blame is too high. The trade-off is too painful. You cannot afford to lose your life pointing fingers. Ownership is freedom. When you truly own your life, you realize that every step forward is yours to take. Every improvement is within your reach. Every level of growth is something you can pursue. You stop waiting for things to get easier. You stop hoping someone else will fix it. You step into your power and begin shaping your destiny. It's not about perfection. It's about responsibility. It's about showing up for yourself even on the days when you'd rather hide. It's about moving forward one step at a time even when you're carrying the weight of your mistakes. It's about trusting that your best days aren't behind you, they're ahead of you. If you are willing to own your future, then you owe it to yourself to take full ownership of your journey. You owe it to the version of yourself waiting in the future, the one counting on you not to quit. You owe it to the dreams planted deep within you. You owe it to every part of your spirit that still believes in something greater. Own your choices, own your discipline, own your mindset, own your outcomes, whether good or bad, easy or hard, expected or unforeseen. Own every part of it, because the moment you own it all is the exact moment you gain the power to change it all. Life is not about what happens to you, it's about how you respond to what happens. It's about the standards you set. It's about the effort you give even when no one is watching. It's about the way you decide to keep going no matter what. Chapter 7. Push yourself harder. When you feel like quitting, there is no stronger foundation you can build than one made entirely of responsibility. No shortcuts, no excuses, no blame, just ownership, just relentless, unstoppable forward motion. And if you stay committed to taking full responsibility for your life, refusing to blame anyone or anything, you will construct a foundation so unshakable that no setback can break it. You will create a future so powerful that no external force can destroy it. This is your life. Claim it, live it, build it, without blaming anyone else for where you are. Because the power has always been, and will always be, in your hands. There will always come a moment when quitting feels easier than continuing. It doesn't matter how big your dream is or how strong your start was. There will be days when the journey feels heavier than your strength. Those are the defining days. Those are the moments that shape your destiny. Everyone reaches a point where quitting seems tempting, but not everyone chooses to push harder when it happens. The reason most people never reach their full potential isn't a lack of talent. It's that when pressure rises, they retreat. When discomfort grows, they search for escape. When results don't come fast enough, they start believing the lie that it's no longer worth it. But success does not belong to those who move only when it's convenient. It belongs to those who keep moving, when everything inside them wants to stop. You cannot let temporary emotions determine your permanent future. Feelings are fleeting. Some days you'll wake up filled with energy, Other days, exhaustion will greet you before you begin. But your future isn't built on feelings, it's built on consistent action, especially when it's hard to act. It's built on the choices you make when your fire burns low, when your motivation fades, and all that's left is discipline. Pushing harder doesn't mean pretending it's easy. It means accepting that pain is part of the process and choosing to move forward anyway. It means understanding that the greatest victories rise from the deepest struggles. Feeling like quitting isn't a sign to stop. It's a signal to dig deeper, to uncover a level of strength you didn't know existed. When most people hit a wall, they slow down. They stop, they settle for average, but not you. You must train your mind to see that wall not as a barrier but as a challenge. You must recognize that the struggle itself is proof that you're on the right path. Because real growth only happens when you're pushed beyond what's comfortable. Every champion once stood where you are, on the edge of quitting. Every winner faced moments when surrender felt easier, safer, smarter. But they didn't give in. They pushed harder. They refused to let exhaustion write the ending to their story. They found a way to give one more ounce of effort when it felt like nothing was left. They decided pain would not define them. They decided difficulty would not dictate their destiny. You must be stronger than the voice in your head that whispers, "It's not worth it." You must be wiser than the emotions begging you to quit. You must be more loyal to your future than to your comfort. Because comfort will betray you. Comfort will seduce you into giving up everything you've worked for just to feel momentary relief. And each time you choose comfort over commitment, you drift further from the life you deserve. There is a moment in every great pursuit when quitting feels like the only option. That moment is the gatekeeper between dreamers and achievers. If you can push harder right there, when your mind screams for rest, when your heart feels empty, you can push through anything. If you can take one more step, give one more ounce of effort, hold the line for one more day, you will meet a new version of yourself, one that is unstoppable. The temptation to quit is loud. It tells you that you're wasting your time, that it's too hard, that it's not worth the effort. But the truth is the opposite. If it wasn't worth it, it wouldn't test you this much. If it wasn't important, it wouldn't demand so much from you. The size of the battle always mirrors the size of the reward, waiting on the other side. When you feel like quitting, pause and remember why you started. Remember what ignited your passion in the first place. Remember the promises you made to yourself when you were filled with hope. Remember the vision that once set your soul on fire. That future is still possible. But only if you refuse to quit now. The reason you feel like giving up is often because you're closer than you realize. The breakthrough you've been waiting for lies just beyond the exhaustion, just beyond the doubt, just beyond the pain. You must train yourself to go one step past where you usually stop. You must condition your mind to give a little more every time quitting feels easier. One more repetition, one more call, one more hour, one more page. Those small extra moments are what separate the average from the extraordinary. Those extra efforts are where greatness is born. Nobody will do this part for you. Nobody will push for you. Nobody will save you when it gets hard. This is where you save yourself. This is where you rise from your own strength. This is where you prove beyond any doubt that you are serious about your dream. And once you've proven that to yourself, no one can ever take it away. Every time you push harder instead of quitting, you build something priceless within yourself. You develop mental toughness. You forge emotional resilience. You create a character that doesn't crumble under pressure. You lay down a foundation strong enough to support real, lasting success. The people who achieve greatness aren't superhuman. They're simply the ones who kept showing up after they wanted to stop. They're the ones who pushed through one more time. They're the ones who believed that their future mattered more than their temporary pain. They made a decision. That pain would never scare them away from their purpose. That same power lives inside you. That same strength exists in you. It's not hidden. It's not lost. It's waiting to be chosen every time the road gets hard. It's waiting for you to stand tall when everything in you wants to give up. It's waiting for you to keep believing when doubt surrounds you. Do not Quit on your potential. Do not quit on your vision. Do not quit on the life you've been working so hard to build. Push harder. Push with more belief than ever before. Push with the understanding that every small step forward is shaping the person you are becoming. You will never regret pushing through when it mattered most. You will never regret choosing resilience over surrender. You will never regret betting on yourself when others expected you to fall. But if you quit now, you will carry the weight of wondering what could have been. You will carry the regret of knowing you stopped when you were closer than you thought. You owe it to yourself to find out how far you can go. You owe it to yourself to discover the full extent of your strength. You owe it to the dream within you to fight harder when you feel like quitting. This is where it happens. This is where real power is born. This is where your future is built. Push harder, stand tall, keep moving forward. Your future self will thank you every single day for not giving up when it was hard. Chapter 8. Trust your process. There will be times in life when you give your all, you rise early, stay up late, pour your energy into your goals, yet nothing seems to move. You do the work day after day, but the results feel distant, almost invisible. Those are the seasons that test your faith the most. That's when most people give up. That's when doubt begins to whisper that maybe the effort isn't paying off. But the truth is, growth always begins long before it's visible. Success is planted in silence, cultivated in patience, and revealed only after long stretches of unseen work. To trust your process means to believe in what you cannot yet see. It means staying loyal to the path you started, even when there is no applause, no recognition, no visible proof that it's working. It means having the patience to keep watering seeds that have not yet broken the surface. Staying consistent is easy when results are obvious. But the real test comes when you're unsure if your effort is making any difference. That's where most people lose their way. Not because they lacked talent or vision, but because they lost patience. They planted good seeds, but abandoned the soil too soon. They began with passion but quit before the harvest arrived. The ones who succeed are those who stay faithful to the process. They trust that every ounce of effort is adding up, even when emotions try to convince them otherwise. You must believe that every action you take has weight. Every study session sharpens your mind. Every quiet morning spent. Planning your future lays another brick toward the life you're building. You may not always see the progress immediately, but none of it is ever wasted. Energy poured into your growth never disappears. It compounds quietly beneath the surface. There will be days when doubt drowns out your confidence. Days when you question your dream, wondering if it's too big or too far out of reach. Those are the moments when trust matters most. Trust anchors you when emotions try to pull you off course. Trust grounds you when the world offers no proof that your efforts are working. It takes immense courage to keep showing up when you have no results to display. It takes strength to stay loyal to a dream when there are no visible signs of progress. It takes resilience to believe in yourself when everything around you seems unchanged. True belief doesn't come from outside validation. It comes from within. It's built on the understanding that real transformation starts internally, before it ever manifests externally. Think of a seed buried deep underground. For weeks it looks lifeless. You water it, you nurture it, you wait. The surface remains still, unchanged, but beneath the soil roots are growing. Foundations are forming, strength is being developed out of sight. Then one day that first sprout breaks through the dirt. It appears sudden, but it's been in the making all along. Your growth works exactly the same way. You may not see it yet, but something powerful is happening beneath the surface. If you keep showing up, nurturing your habits and refusing to give up, one day the results will be undeniable. One day, everything you've worked for will come into view. And it will seem like it happened overnight, even though it didn't. It was built quietly, in the days you chose to trust instead of quit. Remind yourself daily that your work is not in vain. Every disciplined choice matters. Every small sacrifice matters. Every small sacrifice matters. Every small sacrifice matters. Time you resist distraction and stay focused, you strengthen the foundation of your future. Progress isn't always loud. Sometimes it's subtle, steady, and silent. But progress is progress, no matter the pace. Trusting the process means letting go of the need for instant gratification. It's understanding that anything great takes time. It's respecting the natural rhythm of growth. You cannot plant today and harvest tomorrow. You cannot construct a masterpiece in a single night. You cannot rush greatness. You can only earn it through dedication, consistency, and patience. There will be moments when you'll want to quit. Moments when you'll crave faster results, when you'll feel tempted to take shortcuts or switch directions. But shortcuts always come with a cost. They rob you of the lessons, the strength, and the maturity that come only from staying the course. When you abandon your process, you also abandon the quiet progress that was taking shape behind the scenes. When you constantly start over, searching for easier paths, you lose the compounding effect that only consistency can create. Stay steady, stay patient, stay locked into the work you know you're meant to do. Let others chase temporary wins, let others jump from dream to dream. You stay devoted to your mission, you stay loyal to your standards, you stay committed to the vision that burns in your heart. The unseen seasons, the silent stretches, are where your character is forged. They are where your strength is tested and built. They are where your foundation is formed, so that when success finally arrives, it stands on something unshakable. Without these invisible seasons, there can be no lasting success. Patience is not weakness, it's power. It's the decision to keep giving your best even when the recognition hasn't come. It's the ability to keep showing up even when it feels like no one is watching. It's the wisdom to understand that unseen progress is still progress. That unseen victories are still victories. That unseen effort still counts. Every day you stay disciplined, you are making a deposit into your future. Every time you choose focus over comfort, you are investing in the life you are building. You don't have to see the results today to know they're on their way. You don't have to feel progress every moment to trust that it's happening. Trust the work, trust the habits, trust the person you're becoming. Trust the vision that keeps pulling you forward. Trust that your time is coming because it is. Those who endure the quiet seasons are the ones who eventually rise. The ones who keep going after the excitement fades, who keep building long after others have quit, are the ones who claim the victory. The future belongs to the patient. The rewards belong to the consistent. The triumph belongs to those who believed in their process even when the evidence wasn't there. Keep showing up, keep working, keep believing even when there are no guarantees. Because you are not working for temporary applause, you are building a permanent transformation. Stay the course, trust the process. The unseen work you're doing today is constructing a future so powerful, so undeniable, that one day, the world will have no choice but to see it. Chapter Now. Stay locked in on your vision until you win. When you begin the pursuit of something greater than yourself, life will test your resolve. Challenges will arise. Distractions will tempt you. Doubt will whisper in your ear. Obstacles you never anticipated will appear in your path. It's easy to stay focused when everything is falling into place, but the true test comes when things start to unravel. That's why your vision must be stronger than your emotions. You have to anchor yourself so deeply in your purpose that nothing can pull you away from it. Your grip on that vision has to be so firm that even your toughest days can't loosen it. Your vision is the blueprint for the life you're building. It's not something you glance at once and set aside. It's something you must keep alive in your heart and mind every single day. If you fail to nurture it, the chaos of life will bury it. The noise of the world will drown it out. The constant demands of everyday living will distract you from it until it fades away. You cannot let that happen. Protecting your vision is your responsibility. Staying locked in on your vision means recommitting to it every single day. It means choosing it when you're exhausted, when you're discouraged, when the easier path tempts you to quit. It means choosing it when other opportunities seem more convenient, when no one else believes, and when the results seem far away. Your vision must be the compass that directs every decision you make, how you spend your time, where you place your energy, what you focus on, and how you carry yourself. Most people don't fail because their dreams were impossible. They fail because they lost sight of them when things got hard. They let fear distort their focus. They let short-term emotions influence long-term decisions. They let the noise of other people's opinions shake their sense of clarity. If you truly want to win, you must protect your vision from outside interference. You have to believe in it so deeply that it becomes more real than your current circumstances. You have to hold on to it so tightly that temporary setbacks cannot shake your belief. Even when no one else can see what you see, you must continue building without hesitation. Your vision has to become part of your identity. It cannot just be something you speak about when you feel inspired. It must be something you remain committed to, even on the days you feel nothing at all. When motivation fades, when the road stretches long, when progress slows. Your loyalty to your vision must be what keeps you moving forward. Every choice you make either brings you closer to your vision or pulls you further away. There is no neutral ground. Every hour spent, every conversation entertained, every habit repeated. It all contributes to one of two things, your vision or your distractions. You must decide which one deserves your energy. Staying locked in requires discipline. The discipline to say no to good things so you can say yes to the best ones. It requires tuning out the voices that tell you to settle. It demands rejecting comfort that tries to lull you into complacency. It calls for reminding yourself daily why you began and why your mission matters. Understand this, people will not always understand your vision. They will question you. They will doubt you. They may even discourage you with safer suggestions. That's why you must be able to stand tall when no one is clapping. You must be prepared to walk alone if necessary. Because if your belief in your vision depends on external validation, you will never reach it. You are not building your dream for applause. You are building it because it is your purpose. You are building it because you know deep down that it's who you're meant to become. You are building it because settling for less would be a betrayal of your own potential. There will be days when the distance between where you are and where you want to be feels unbearable. There will be seasons when your progress is so slow that you start to question whether anything is happening at all. Those are the moments when your vision must lead you. Those are the times when you must see with your heart what your eyes cannot yet see. Locking into your vision is not passive. It's an active, deliberate choice. It means waking up every day and focusing your mind on the future you're building. It means protecting your thoughts, your conversations, and your surroundings from anything that could cloud your clarity or weaken your purpose. You must become selective about what you allow into your mind. Not every voice deserves to be heard. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every distraction deserves your time. Create an environment that reminds you daily of who you are and where you're going. There will be setbacks. There will be disappointments. There will be moments when things fall apart. Expect them. Prepare for them, but never let them redefine your vision. Don't shrink your dreams to fit temporary hardships. Don't let short-term discomfort convince you to abandon long-term greatness. When the journey gets tough, don't lower your standards. When it feels lonely, don't question your direction. When progress slows, don't doubt your capability. Stay locked in. Stay aligned with the version of yourself that started with courage and conviction. Winners aren't those who face fewer problems. They're the ones who refuse to be distracted by them. They keep their eyes on the goal even when storms surround them. They remain grounded when everything else is shaking. That's the mindset you must develop. Unshakable, unmovable, unstoppable. You must be so committed to your vision that no rejection, no failure, no delay can make you walk away. Engrave this truth into your heart. Quitting is not an option. Settling is not an option. Doubting yourself is not an option. Every single day you remain focused. You build momentum. Every single day you stay consistent. You gain ground. Every single day you stay loyal to your vision. You separate yourself from the rest. You might not see the results today. You might not see them tomorrow, but one day, the world will see what you refuse to stop building. The life you desire exists on the other side of unwavering focus. The dreams you hold are waiting on the other side of relentless effort. The person you're destined to become is waiting on the other side of your persistence. Refuse to be moved by temporary emotions. Refuse to be distracted by temporary struggles. Refuse to be seduced by temporary pleasures. Hold your ground. Stand tall. Move forward, even if you have to crawl. Stay locked in on your vision, not until you're tired, not until you're bored, not until you're bored, not until you win. Until you are living inside the life you once only imagined. That is the mindset of champions. That is the level of commitment greatness demands. That is the price of victory. And when you pay it, you'll know every sacrifice was worth it. Every sleepless night, every quiet grind, every moment of doubt, every rejection, every disciplined choice. All of it will add up. Stay locked in, stay faithful, stay unbreakable, until you win. Chapter 2. Rise again every fall, every setback, every moment you feel lost. Life will test you, it's not a question of if, but when. No matter how strong, wise, or prepared you think you are, there will come times when the ground slips from beneath your feet. There will be moments when your plans collapse, when your confidence wavers, and when everything you built starts to feel uncertain. Those are the moments that define you. Your real strength is not revealed in how flawlessly you avoid falling, but in how many times you find the courage to rise again. Falling does not make you a failure. Staying down does. Feeling lost does not mean you are weak. Giving up on yourself does. Every champion, every visionary, every person who has built something meaningful had to learn how to rise from defeat. They had to rebuild when confidence was shattered. They had to find steady ground when life turned unstable. Rising again is not about denying the pain. It's about refusing to let that pain dictate your story. When life knocks you down, you face two roads. One whispers, stay where you are. It's safer not to try again. The other calls out, get up, keep going. This is not where your story ends. The first path feels easy. It protects you from more pain. The second path is harder. It requires strength, courage, and faith. But it is the only path that leads to growth. Every time you rise again, you are shaping the kind of person you will become. You are deciding whether to be remembered for defeat or resilience. There is no shame in falling. There is no shame in losing your way. The only shame lies in refusing to get back up. Every fall tests your will, your discipline, your heart. Every setback asks one question: how much do you truly want it? If you want the life you've dreamed of, you must learn to rise when everything in you says to stay down. You must move forward even when clarity fades. You must take action even when strength feels distant. Growth often begins in confusion. Resilience is built in uncertainty. Sometimes the only way to find your power is to keep moving when quitting feels easier. Those you look up to, the ones who seem unstoppable, have fallen too. They have faced doubt, fear, and moments when nothing made sense. They've had nights of silence where giving up felt tempting. But they chose to rise. They trusted that even small steps forward would lead them back to strength, to purpose, to victory. There will be falls that hurt deeper than you expected. There will be journeys back that feel longer than you imagined. But those moments are not your ending. They are the proving grounds for your next rise. That is not the time to abandon your dreams or rewrite your destiny. That is the time to stand up, shake off the dust, and remember who you are. Rising again doesn't mean pretending the pain never existed. It means confronting it, learning from it, and refusing to let it break you. It means acknowledging your losses without losing yourself in them. It means taking the broken pieces and building something new. It means believing your story still matters, even when today feels heavy. There will be days when you feel too weak to rise, and that's okay. True strength is not about never feeling weak. It's about acting in spite of weakness. It's about choosing to move when your emotions beg you to stop. It's about showing up to fight for your life, even when you don't feel like a fighter. Your path won't be a straight line. It will twist, turn, and test you in ways you can't predict. That doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're alive. It means you're alive. You're growing. It means you're doing the real work of building a life that matters. Allow yourself to fall. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to question. Then give yourself the responsibility to rise anyway, to take the lesson, to refine your plan, to strengthen your will. You are not meant to be flawless. You are meant to be resilient. You are meant to be relentless. You are meant to be the kind of person who does not back down when life gets hard. When you rise after a fall, you send a message to the world and to yourself. You say, I'm not finished. I'm not broken. I'm still standing. You remind yourself that you're dependable, that you can count on your own strength, that no storm can make you abandon your future. You are not defined by how many times you fall. You are defined by your decision to rise. You are defined by the courage it takes to keep moving when the easier choice is to give up. You are defined by your ability to turn pain into wisdom, failure into progress, and loss into purpose. Each time you rise again, you build far more than your goals. You build your spirit. You forge a level of endurance that will outlast any hardship. You ignite an inner flame that cannot be extinguished by disappointment. You build trust with yourself, a quiet but unshakable promise that says, no matter what, I'll always find my way back. You don't need all the answers to rise again. You don't need a flawless plan. You only need to decide that the story isn't over. As long as you have breath, you have another chance, another move to make, another chapter to write, another victory to claim. Sometimes your rise will happen in silence. No spotlight, no applause, just you, your willpower, your determination, your quiet faith that your life still has meaning. Those are the rises that matter most. Those are the rises that turn you into someone unstoppable. You will rise from every fall if you choose to. You will find clarity through confusion if you keep walking forward. You will rebuild stronger every time life tries to break you. If you refuse to stay down, your dreams remain alive. Your potential remains untouched. Your strength keeps growing. So rise again. Rise uncertain. Rise weary. Rise uncertain. Rise scared. Rise hurt. Rise anyway. Because every time you rise, you win. Every rise moves you closer to the life you are capable of living. Every rise is proof that you are still in the fight, still becoming, still destined for greatness. The world hasn't seen the best of you yet. Keep rising. Always rise again. Always rise again.